What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we got some more Riddler Coup tweets and riddles and rumors to talk about today. And we're going to be debating, does Poltchageist have a evolution? Is it a single stage Pokemon? We're going to dive into all that in today's episode. And of course, guys, if you like this type of content and enjoy my videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by hitting that join channel member button below. Now, our first tweet from Riddler Coup says, which line would be her ace? So this is Lacey. She is very prominently featured in the second DLC, the Indigo Disc, and she's going to be someone we battle in this upcoming Indigo Disc Elite Four that they're making. Now, it seems like one of these 5 Pokemon are going to be her ace Pokemon, and this will probably tell us what type her team is going to be as well. Now, I think the first thing we can easily remove from this conversation is Poltchageist is not going to be her ace. Poltchageist is going to be in the Teal Mask DLC. Don't expect it to be in the Indigo Disc. It would be weird to have like her signature Pokemon to be featured in the first DLC and not come to the second. So I don't think it's that one. Now, a lot of these Pokemon here are returning Pokemon that have not been in original Scarlet and Violet. Crocodile already is in it, so I don't think it's going to be Crocodile, right? Now, Chimecho would be interesting, but the Pokemon's not good, unfortunately. Not a really good competitive Pokemon. Don't think it would be her ace. And looking at her design, she is very pink-coated. You know, she's got, like, fairy ribbons around her and on her arms, and you know, she's got like the Terra crystals on her like little hairpiece right there too. So I am thinking whatever she picks is going to be like a Terra Fairy. Now, thinking about what the Pokemon Company would do, it's either going to be Excadrill or Golurk here. Both of these Pokemon are really cool and badass, and honestly, I would say fan favorites, especially Excadrill. Excadrill does have like the pinkish marks on it, so that can sort of fit with her general design and then, you know, make it a fairy Excadrill, so that could be a thing. Now, the other big thing is, well, Excadrill doesn't fit the role of anime girl and big robot, because that's a big trend. It's instead of having anime girl and cute Pokemon, the trend now is anime girl and getting the robot Shinji type of thing. So it could be Golurk. It is sort of like the mecha design. Could be that. I mean, Riddler Coup sort of does say bulky machines or big dude would be fun too. Why do cute girls not like cute things these days? So he's saying it's not a cute mon, which I also think we're completely removed Chimecho from this conversation. But let me know in the comment section below, which Pokemon do you think is going to be her ace from these 5? I personally think it's going to be Excadrill, but from his other hint, maybe it's going to be Golurk. I mean, they have both been featured in the DLC trailer, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, Riddler Coup put out another tweet. Look, maybe authentic mark thing. What's your take? So we talked about this in a previous video, that the Poltchageist has the 3 marks like the dude did it on his forehead. And we're thinking maybe this mark is like the authentic mark. Maybe if it doesn't have a mark on it, it would be like a phony one. Similar to how Sinistea and Poltchageist have the phony and authentic versions of it. Seems to be the same thing as carrying over for Poltchageist here, right? Then Riddler Coup tweets this out. Even if this was related to maybe sunlight reflection or something, it definitely hides some marked thing secret, you know. Good luck, shiny hunters. So he does confirm that there is going to be some sort of different form of it that is going to be like a physical mark that is just going to be collector based for us shiny hunters. But that's pretty cool. And like I said before, hopefully they fix the mass outbreaks and encounter power level 3 for hunting this thing, because right now Sinistea, Poltchageist cannot be shiny hunted really easily for that authentic form. They don't show up in mass outbreaks, unfortunately, and you can't use encounter level 3, which is very disappointing. So we're gonna have to see what this mark is, but maybe it's not gonna be the 3 marks. Maybe it'll be something else. Part of me thinks that instead of the cracks being green, maybe the cracks will be filled with gold, because that's something that happens in like traditional Japanese, where the amended cracks are filled with gold to bring good luck. Maybe instead of the matcha filling it, maybe it'll be like a gold crack fill. That could be pretty cool. And it is actually mentioned on the official Pokemon news that they loves to fill up cracks and repair things. Poltchageist has a liking for old houses and may stay in them in the home. By day, it remains full dark places, but once the sun sets, it begins to prowl around towns and the outskirts. It sometimes amends cracked or broken things in home stores, taking up residence. Poltchageist may even take upon itself to repair broken tableware and other objects. So I don't know. I mean, it does have that part in its lore already. We're gonna have to see. Now, the other big conversational point, and we'll go to Centro's leak post here. It's interesting that Poltchageist appears based on Sinistea, but is named on the evolution of Poltchageist. Two possibilities. It's a single stage Pokemon, or it's a brand new evolution not based on anything prior. Now, we all know it's a regional fate convergent species for sure, but the fact that this screenshot exists where these two Pokemon, which we know Sinistea is a first form Pokemon, and Poltchageist, we don't know if it's going to have an evolution or is a single form, but the fact that they're paired together is incredibly interesting. Part of me thinks, does it have an evolution? And maybe it evolves into like a Sinistcha, like something like that. That would be like the flip on the like lines here, or maybe it doesn't evolve at all. Now, I think something that is interesting, though ecologically similar to Sinistea, is completely different. The fact that it is being compared to Sinistea in the press release here as well is really interesting. And then in this official news, they say Poltchageist has a swirl pattern similar to the one that is known to the Sinestea's weak point. However, one thing that sets these species apart is that Poltchageist swirl is not his weak point. The fact that it has the same swirl as Sinistea, but it's not, you know, but it has Poltchageist in the name. Like I said, maybe it is a Poltchageist into a Sinistcha as the evolution. There's just too many similarities between Sinistea and Poltchageist, but maybe it just doesn't evolve. Maybe this is single form. Another very interesting thing here, which let's bring this up. The battle images here feature first form Pokemon for the most part, right? We have Munchlax. We don't know if Poltchageist is first form, but on the opposing side, it looks like we have Yanma, and I can't figure out what's on the other side of this. What is this? We got Chimecho. Well, Chimecho isn't evolved form, to be fair, but it is a lot of more babyier Pokemon, you know? Like, you wouldn't expect a VGC battle to be played with any of these Pokemon. Like, Munchlax is a baby. Yanma has an evolved form into Yanmega. Sure, Chimecho sort of breaks the theory here, but it's just interesting that this Pokemon is with a bunch of not Pokemon you would normally see in a VGC scene or competitive, but the fact that it has a new ability that is very competitive based is very interesting. So I think that's another hint that this Pokemon may actually have an evolution, which I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see on that. Just more conversation about this whole debate as well. I mean, once again, as we mentioned, the fact that it has the same marking as Sinistea is very interesting. And, you know, just people debating, like, maybe it does evolve into Sinistcha. And I do sort of think we may get an evolution. Think about it again, it makes sense, because Poltchageist is a matcha container, much like how Poltchageist is a container for tea. So since Sinistea is a teacup of tea, Sinistcha would be a bowl of green tea with a whisk, and there is the traditional whisk. We actually did see the whisk in the influencer package that were given to them at Worlds for the whole hinting at the Poltchageist trailer. So that could be a thing too. PLDH says, I was thinking about along the same lines, Poltchageist distinguishes itself from Sinistea Poltchageist by having a solid body made of powder, while the latter two have liquid tea bodies. It can whisk itself into tea when it evolves, or some other matcha-based good. I mean, it could also become like maybe a matcha cake. I mean, that's sort of far out there. But there is some decent fan art of a potential evolution right here, which I think is worth mentioning. From Cardinal here, we got something of a Sinistcha. Looks pretty interesting, more like a kettle pot. I don't know if it would be like, I mean, it's a kennel part. I liked having the whisk here, but I do like more of the tea idea too. And another pretty interesting piece of fan art from Pokemon Horizons here is, you know, just like another teapot variation. I don't know if it's going to be a teapot, but, you know, it's worth debating. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think Poltchageist will have an evolution into something like a Sinistcha, or do you think it's not going to evolve at all? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And of course, guys, if you like this type of video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.